Today there is an interesting update from the Russian Federation. Here, Ukraine conducted a sophisticated military operation, checkmating Russian security services and dealing a deadly blow to Russian strategic aviation. After remotely sending swarms of drones using regular trucks as launching platforms, the Ukrainians successfully destroyed dozens of strategic planes that Russia can no longer produce, crippling Russia's offensive capabilities for decades. The groundbreaking operation, codenamed Spiderweb, is a meticulously planned drone assault deep within Russian territory, marking one of the most complex special operations in modern military history. After an extensive preparation lasting over 18 months, the Ukrainian Security Service launched 117 drones from concealed positions across Russia, striking 5 key airbases simultaneously. The goal was clear: to neutralize the Russian strategic bomber fleet responsible for daily missile and bomb strikes on Ukrainian cities and key infrastructure. Operational logistics showcased exceptional ingenuity. Ukrainian operatives covertly smuggled FPV drones into Russia. Storing them in warehouses, the drones were assembled and placed in specially designed mobile wooden cabins mounted on rented trucks. These vehicles were then parked by regular drivers near each targeted airbase, which enabled the swift deployment of the drones when their roofs were remotely opened. Notably, President Volodymyr Zelensky personally oversaw the execution, underscoring the operation's strategic importance. Zelensky emphasized the audacity of the operation by revealing that one of Ukraine's operational headquarters was located adjacent to a local Russian FSB department, highlighting an embarrassing intelligence failure for Russia. Interestingly, one of the alleged warehouses is right along the border with Kazakhstan, indicating that Ukrainians routed their drone assembly at least partially through third countries like Kazakhstan. This further implies that Ukrainian intelligence services have established bases not only inside Russia, but also surrounding it. Among the targeted air bases was Olenya, located near Murmansk, 2,000 kilometers away from Ukraine. This facility hosted strategic nuclear-capable bombers, including Tu-95 MS and Tu-160 aircraft. At least 10 explosions were reported here, with drones accurately targeting fuel storage and strategic aircraft. Belaya Air Base in Irkutsk Oblast was similarly struck, marking Ukraine's first significant military action in Siberia, more than 5,000 kilometers away from the front line. The site, home to numerous Tu-22 M3 bombers and various fighter aircraft, suffered substantial damage, with satellite images confirming at least 7 aircraft destroyed or severely damaged. Diaghilevo Air Base near Ryazan experienced 7 documented explosions affecting its Tu-95 MS and Tu-22 M3 aircraft. The Ivanovo-Severny Air Base was also targeted, with reports suggesting the destruction of an F-50 AWACS radar aircraft. This is a critical blow to Russia's surveillance capabilities, with half of the Russian AWACS fleet now being destroyed, as Ukrainians previously destroyed 2 of the 6 other aircraft. They cannot be replaced by the Russians due to a shortage of key components, increasingly lowering the Russian ability to monitor and operate in both friendly and enemy airspace. A Russian airbase in the Amur region was also targeted, and even though the strike was reported as unsuccessful at first, satellite data showed later that a Tu-95 plane was destroyed. The magnitude and sophistication of Operation Spiderweb prompted vehement reactions from Russian military analysts, who described the strike as highly impactful and criticized attempts by Russian state channels to downplay the damage. They condemned Russia's inadequate air defenses, insufficient protective infrastructure, and counterintelligence failures that facilitated Ukraine's devastating attack. As a rare exception to the usual immunity of criticism, prominent Russian military bloggers openly criticized Putin for the failures. To ensure the safe extraction of its operatives and to divert Russian attention, Ukraine orchestrated multiple simultaneous sabotage operations. Before the drone strikes, 4 railway bridges were blown up, 2 in Bryansk Oblast, 1 in Kursk Oblast, and another in Melitopol, creating widespread panic and diverting Russia's security apparatus toward railway infrastructure. With trains traveling over the tracks as the bridges exploded, this panic and chaos only spread further. Additionally, a strong explosion followed by secondary detonations rocked Severomorsk, the administrative base of Russia's Northern Fleet, adding further confusion. Ukrainian security officials stressed that all participants involved had returned safely to Ukraine, asserting that any subsequent high-profile arrests staged by Russia would merely be theatrics for domestic consumption. Overall, Operation Spiderweb inflicted immense and irreparable damage to Russian military aviation capabilities. Ukrainian officials stated that over 40 aircraft, representing approximately 34% of Russia's strategic missile-carrying bombers, were hit, causing estimated losses exceeding $7 billion. Widely available footage from eyewitnesses, drone recordings, and detailed satellite imagery affirms the official Ukrainian claims, visually confirming the destruction of at least 21 strategic aircraft, including the invaluable A-50 AWACS platform, while the full extent of the damage is still being assessed. Given the current limitations of Russia's aircraft production capacities and the severity of the losses, the impact of Operation Spiderweb significantly reduces Russia's ability to conduct strategic air operations for the foreseeable future, as Russia lost its ability to produce its strategic bombers. It also created a panic within Russia, successfully destroying the carefully nourished myth of Russian invincibility, as well as devastatingly undermining the Russian nuclear shield. Lastly, we're officially launching our very first summer sale. This is the best chance to support our independent Ukrainian reporting, while getting a huge 50% discount on your subscription. As you know, this sale comes at a very difficult time for Ukraine. That is why right now, your support is more important than ever. By subscribing, you will not only support our efforts, but also gain access to our exclusive insights, comprehensive overviews of all fronts, and strategic geopolitics videos. If you wanted to support our efforts but never got a chance, now is the perfect moment to make a difference. So check out the link in the description to join our cause and become an exclusive member of our community. I truly appreciate everyone who stepped up to join us. Your support means the world to us.